Hey, what's up guys, welcome to this video introduction to PowerPoint for absolute beginners. If this is your first time here, kindly check the first video in this series so that we walk well along. Having said that, we are continuing with our tutorial introduction to PowerPoint, and in our previous video I showed you how you can be able to start PowerPoint, how you can be able to create content by inserting different slides and different slide layouts. And in this video I'm going to show you how you can be able to insert pictures, how you can add animations, and even how you can be able to present your presentations. And finally we are going to see how you can be able to save as your presentation. So I'm still using the presentation that we created here, and the first thing that I need to do is to show you how you can be able to insert a picture. So pictures are a great way to show or tell your stories in PowerPoint. So they usually say that a picture will speak a thousand words. So instead of using a lot of text in your presentation, you'd rather insert various pictures. So to insert a picture in PowerPoint, all you need to do is to select the slide where you want to insert the picture, and then you need to click where you want to insert that specific picture. And you find that in PowerPoint, just like in the other Microsoft Office applications, you can be able to insert a picture from your machine. That is from what they call inserting from the file or from your local machine. And you can also be able to insert pictures from the internet. You can also be able to take a screenshot of a certain window in your computer. So to start with, we are going to insert a picture from my machine here. So for you to be able to do that, you need to have the pictures stored somewhere in your computer, in your local machine. So if you don't have that, then the other option that you have is to insert from the internet. So what I'll do for now, I'll just go to insert, and then I'll say pictures. And I'll come and try to locate my picture here. I will want to insert one that has to do with computers, so downloads, computer, and insert. So the picture will be inserted like that, and as you have noticed, the picture is quite big. So I need to resize this picture so that it fits in my slide. So you find that at the edges of this picture I have these circles. We usually call them handles, and when you point at one of the handles, you're going to see the pointer changes. So it is now changing to what we call the resizing pointer. So this is the resizing pointer, and this is the dragging pointer. So for you to be able to resize this picture, you need to come and get at the resizing pointer by just pointing at the handle, and then you left click. You now see the pointer changing to a cross, and then now what you want to do is to drag inwards. That is, if you want to make the picture small. If you want to make it big, you need now to resize it or to move outwards. So I'm just going to resize it, just going to make it smaller, like that, and then maybe I can also come and make it fit here. So you have an option of playing with the picture however you want. So like in my case, I can just come and have it like that, and then now you can see it has overlapped the text. So what I need to do is click this text box, and I can be able to come and resize it there so that I have the picture here, as well as the text. So I have the text here and I have the image here. You can also come and play around with them and have the picture first and then the text. So just get the dragging pointer, which is this cross with some arrows, then you can come and fit it there. So that way you'll have a very great slide there, having the image and the text. The other way that you can also do this is you can make this image big, and then you have the text on top of it. So you can have this text appearing on top of the image. So what you can do in this case is you can come and have maybe the text there for a while, and then you resize this images so that it fits the slide. So this is just another way that you can do it, but doesn't mean that you have to do it. And now what I need to do is to set this image backwards so that now this text is in front of it. So to do that, I'll have to go to the Format tab, and then under the Arrange group, I'm going to see the Bring Forward and the Set Backward. So what I need to do is to select the image and then click Set Backward. So you now notice that my text is now in front. If I come and drag it here, it will be in front of the text. I also need to have the title here, so I need to also set it back again so that we also have the title appearing on top of the image. So what I've done in this case is to just come and say set to back. So when you say backward, it will just move backwards one step, but when you say set back, then it will move behind every other thing that you have in this slide. And that's what I've done here. So you can now come and have this there, maybe just like that. And to make it more visible, I can also come and add a shadow. I can come and add a text shadow. This now will make it it will have a shadow behind the text. So when you just click that, then it will look something like that. That is something that you might want to do, but it's not a must that you do it. So if you find that to be something that works for you, then you can go with that. You can also come and have this like that. So there are different ways that you can use your images, so not just having them by themselves. You can also have a text in front of them like we have in this image, but I would rather just have it the way it was. So just come and use this undo feature here to have it like that. So that is one way of inserting a picture. And the other way, or the other option that you can use to insert a picture is to insert one from the internet, inserting a picture from the internet. And in this case, you need to go to the insert again, and then under the images, you're going to see online pictures. So this will help you to find a picture on the internet, and then you insert it on your computer. So I'm going to insert one that has to do with softwares. So to do that, just click the online picture. So if you click this for the first time, it will take a while to load. And also remember that you need to be connected to the internet in this case. But when you open now the online pictures for the second time, it might take lesser time than it took when you started it. So it will open like that, and you can be able now to come and search your picture. You can have maybe some in your OneDrive. Maybe you have saved some pictures on the cloud on the OneDrive. You can just come and browse them there, or you can just come and search the image that you want by name. So you can just come here and say software, and you can come and click this search tool here to search for the image on the internet, and you're now going to see the images appear, and each and every image will have a checkbox that you can use to check that specific image, and this means that you can also be able to insert multiple images. So I'm going to look for a proper good image. Okay. I think this one a little bit better, so just come and check that, and you'll now notice that below here it says one item selected. So you can even select others, like you can come also select that. So you see 2 items, but I just need 1. So just come and say insert, and depending on your internet speed, the image will be downloaded, and now you can be able to come and play with it the way you want. So I can come and just place it somewhere there, and there I have the picture. So the final way that you can insert a picture, it's taking a screenshot of the opened windows in your program, or in your computer rather, and to do that, again, you just need to make sure that you are in the slide where you want to insert the picture, and after that just come and go to the insert tab, and then when you click this screenshot feature here, you're going to find that you can be able to insert windows. So if you have opened windows, those windows will appear here. So in this case, when you select this window, it will insert the whole of this window, but you may want to just take part of the window. You may want to clip part of the window. You don't want to insert the whole window, you just want part of it. So you can come below here and you clip one of these open windows. So this means that if you want to screenshot, if you want to take a screenshot of a window, that window has to be opened behind the current program or the current window that you have. So in my case, I want to take a screenshot of this window, but part of it. So I'm going to say screen clip, and what I'll do is I will use this cross here to left click and drag and select that part of the window that I want to pick. So maybe that, and now you notice that when I drag and release the mouse, I'll be taken back to my window here with the picture. So let me do it one more time. So go to insert, then screenshot, and then you say screen clipping. So that will minimize your window. You'll be taken to the window that was immediately behind that. It will be like this with a cross. So left click and drag to crop or to select that part that you want. After that, you just release the mouse, and the image will be inserted just like that. So you may want to come and have that like that, and then the image there. So those are the different ways that you can use to insert images in PowerPoint. Now the next thing that I want us to do is animations. And animations and transitions can make your presentation more energetic and fluid, but don't overwhelm your audience. Using 1 to 2 different styles per presentation is a good practice. So we're going to start with how you can insert animations in your presentation, and then next we are going to talk about transitions. So talking about animations, these are like effects that you add into your text in PowerPoint. You can also add animations to objects like shapes, like clip art, like images, like smart art and images. And to do that, all you need to do is to select the text or the image that you want to add animation to, and then you go to the animation tab, and here you're going to see the most used animations. But these animations are quite a lot, so like we have a number of animation effects, and in that case you find they are grouped in various groups. Like we have the entrance, we have the emphasis, we have the exit, and we also have motion parts. So you don't have to insert all of these at once, but it will make sense if you're inserting the entrance and the exit. The entrance will come first, so that is obvious. So you also find that what PowerPoint will do is that it will just show you some of the basic animation effects in a certain group. So like if it is for the entrance, we're just going to see this, but it doesn't mean that these are the only ones we have. When you come down here, you're going to see more entrance effects in each and every group. Like we have more entrance effects, more emphasis effects, more exit effects, and more motion path effects. So you have an option of searching for more effects if what we have here is not working for you. So for this case, I'll just come and pick one basic effect for the entrance, and I will just come and pick the wipe. Just come and pick the wipe, and what will now happen in my text is that a number will be added here. So this means that I have added one animation. So if I want to add any other animation effect, say an emphasis or an exit, then it will be labeled number 2. But notice that if I want to add a second animation here, I will not come and add it from here. This being the second animation to this text, I need to come and use this button here next to the animation. So I will need to come and click the drop down, and I will see a similar options like we had here, but now this one will be to help me add an animation on top of another. So let me just add one for the sake of this video here. I'll just show you how this one works, and maybe I'll just come and pick this, and then now you notice I have 1 and 2. So if you're working with animations, and let's say you have inserted different animations or a number of animations, you may want to go to the animation pane up here to just help you to manage your animations. So when you click this animation pane, a pane will appear on your right, and you're going to see your animations in a list. So from here you can be able to play the animations. You can also be able, using these buttons, to reorder your animations. Say you want this one to come first and this one to come second, so you can be able to come and use these buttons. So just click on an animation, and then you can take it up or down. you can even drag it. You can even drag it up and down. So if you want to play it, you have to select from which animation you want to start showing, and then you click play form. So you're going to see your animation work like that. And still on animations, if I come and select the first animation here, which is wipe, I can come and add effects options. So you find that some of these animations effects will have different options. That is how they will behave. So for instance, if I come and play the first animation here, you'll find that it is wiping from bottom to top, and that's why you can see this arrow pointing up. So I may want to have the effect playing from left to right. So I can come and click these effect options, and I'll see now the different options that we have there. So I want to come and select from left. So that one now will play the animation effect from left to right. If I come and select the second one, you'll now find it also has effect options. In this case, it's either I want the effect to be applied to the whole object as once, all at once, or I want to play the animation to each line at a time. So this one mostly will work with paragraphs. When you have sentences that are running into paragraphs. So let me just pick or select one here that we can use as an example. Yes, so we have these two paragraphs here, and we can come and add that animation here. So let's say let's just pick the wipe, and I can come and click the drop down there, the effect options, and below this you're going to see we have this sequence. So currently the effect is being applied by paragraph. So the effects are being applied to each paragraph at a time, but you can also come and say all at once. So the effect will be applied to all the paragraphs all at once. So something like that. So that is something that you might want to do, and you also find that now the paragraphs will be labeled 1-1. So this means that the effect is being applied to the two paragraphs at once as an object. But if you come and say by paragraph, you're now going to see that we're going to have 1 and 2, because we have an effect here and we also have an effect here. Yes, so that is it with the animations. So there's still a lot that you can do with animations. For instance, the timing. I may want to talk about the timing here, and with the timing, let me just go back to the first slide here. With timing, the first thing is how will that effect play, like what will make the present or the animation to start playing. So you have different options. The animation can play when you click it, so that will mean that for instance, when you are presenting your presentation, the animation will play automatically. You can also come and say with the previous. So this means that if you have two animations effect to added to a certain text, they will play all at the same time. But if you come and say after previous, then they will follow the order. Like you're going to have the first animation play and then the second animation follow. So let's just come and try to test the two, the with previous and after previous, because currently and by default we have the on click, where you have to click to initiate the animation. So let me just come and select with previous, and now what you notice is that the labels now changes here. So we now have them labeled as 0. This is because the two animations will all play at once. So let me just come and click that so that you see what will happen. So you now notice that the two animations that we have added here, or that we had added here, all played at once, and that is something that you might want to do in some cases. So that is with the previous. And what about after previous? So with after previous, I'm somehow running out of memory here. Okay, with after previous, yes, you'll find that they are like playing in a certain sequence. So the first one will first play and then the second one will play. So you have these two options, the with previous and with the with previous and after previous rather. So with previous, the animations will all play at the same time, and after previous, the animations will play one after the other. The on click, again, the animations will play when you click them, and they will also play one after the other, and the on click is the default. You can also come and add duration. So this is, you're like specifying the length of an animation. So by default it will be 50 seconds or milliseconds, I don't know. So when you click this, it will like add the duration that you'll have to wait for this, or that this animation will play. So if I come and add like that, and then I come and play, you'll find like it will be delayed, like it will like take more time to play. Then the delay with this one is for how long we are going to wait for it to play. So by default it is 0, but I can come and maybe make it 75. So so you're now going to see that I have to wait for a while, like for a few milliseconds before the animation appears. So that is something that you might want to do in some given scenarios. You also find that you can also be able to manage the duration or the timing from the animation pane here. You find that with every animation effect that we have, it has a color first. This one is the entrance will always be green, the emphasis will also be orange or yellow, whichever. So I can come and try to increase the duration by either, you know, stretching or resizing this bar. So when it is like that, then I have increased the duration, as you might notice here. So that one now will mean that this one will take a while to play. I can also come and make it small, so you can play it, you can play with it however you want. And you can also come and manage or set which one will play after which. So you can come and drag them like this, so that you have the entrance playing after the emphasis, or the emphasis coming first. So you can be able to come and reorder these objects here, so that they're either playing at the same time, or they are playing one after the other. So but the easiest way is to just manage it from here. But if you want a more manual way, of going about it, you can just come and try to drag these bars there. So that's it with animations. The next thing that maybe we can look at as a bonus is the transitions. And the transitions are these effects that you are going to add to your slides. So when you are advancing from one slide to the other, you may want to have a certain effect. So as it is now, we currently don't have a transition effect. And if I may just show you how this one will look like, so that we notice the difference, I may want to first of all show you how you can be able to slideshow or present this presentation. So to show or to start your presentation, you need to go to the slideshow tab, and then you're going to find the start slideshow group. So there are different ways that you can start your presentation. You can either start from the beginning, like from the first slide, or from the current slide. So the current slide will be the selected slide. So let me just come and say from the beginning, and my presentation will start like that. So to move to the next slide, to advance to the next slide, there are different ways that I can go about that. I can use the arrows, the arrows on the keyboard, either the left or the right, and I can also use the space. So I usually like using the space, so I'll just hit the space, and that will now take me to the next slide. And I can now continue to hit the space to advance my presentation to the next slide, like that. And when I get to the end, I'll see end of slideshow, and I can click the exit or the escape, or I can just hit the space again, so I'll be taken back to the presentation here. So you find that there were no any effects in the slides. So I need to add some transition effects so that the presentation looks a bit smooth, a bit interesting. And you don't need to add a lot of transition effects again, because this will overwhelm your audience. So just try to add one or two, or just just one. So again, if I come and click this drop down here, I'll be able to see transition. So when you click the transitions tab, the bigger part of it will be the transitions. So we have all of these, and you can be able to click the drop down to see more. You also find that we also have the timing for them on this other side here. So I can come and click the drop down and pick maybe a specific transition effect. Maybe I may come and take the push, and that's how it will play. And if I want to apply this transition to all the slides, all I need to do is come to the timing group here, and then I'll see apply to all. So I can just come and click apply to all. So now what will now mean, what that will mean is that the transition effect will be added to all the slides. So how will you know that? When you look at the thumbnails in your presentation, just below the number you're going to see this star. So the star will help you to know that you have either added a transition to that slide or an animation. So you have either added an animation or a transition to that specific slide. And you can also click that star actually to play the animations and the transitions all at the same time. Coming back to the transition, you can also come to the effect option here and choose how the transition will play. So currently it is playing from bottom to top. It can be from left, it can be from right, it can be from top. So it's up to you. It's up to you to pick whichever option that you want there. You can also come and play with the duration here. And the other thing with transitions is that you can also be able to make or automate your presentation from here, so that you don't have to hit the space to move to the next slide. You can come and remove the on mouse click, which is a manual way of presenting your presentation, where you'll have to be hitting the space on the arrows to advance to the next slide. And you want to come and click the checkbox just below that. So now this one will be automating the presentation, and with this you now need to come and set the timing. So this timing will be applied to a specific slide. So you can come here and say just an example, maybe we give this 2 seconds. So that will mean that this slide now will be shown or will be displayed for 2 seconds, or this time that we have here. If I come and click the next one, I can also come and do the same. Maybe I give it more time, like 3. I can also come to this and I also add some more time to 8. But this, remember, is a more manual way of doing it. In another video I'll be showing you how you can be able to do what we call rehearsals, so that you can be able to know the exact time that a slide should take. Say you are explaining something on a slide, how long will it take? So there's something that we call rehearse timings. This is something that we might be doing in another video. So going back to the transitions, we've added some time, so I can also come and add as well, like that. So I also have to come and uncheck the on mouse click, so that it is not manual, so that it is playing automatically. So yeah, so that now will mean that when I start my presentation, I don't have to hit the space or the arrows to advance to the next slide. So the presentation will play automatically and it will follow the timings that I have set here. So I'll just go to the slideshow here so that we preview how that looks like. Yeah, so this presentation is advancing itself to the next after the given time lapses. We have added more time to this slide, that's why it's taking long. Yes, so and just like that, you have added transitions into your presentations, or presentation rather, and you have also automated, but the automation is just another option, so it's not a must that you do it, but it still exists and you can be able to apply it in your presentation. So the final thing that we are going to do in this video is how you can be able to save your presentation so that you can be able to use it later. So to save your presentation, all you need to do is to head to the backstage. To go to the backstage, you need to click the file, so it is just like the other tabs. only that when you click this now, it will not open in a ribbon, or it will not open in the specific ribbon. It will take you here. This is where we call the backstage, and from here you can now come and save your presentation. So when you're saving your presentation, there are different destinations or areas that you can save your presentation. So you can save it on the cloud, that is on your OneDrive folder, or you can just locally save it in your machine. So if you choose to save it in this machine, you have to select this. If it is OneDrive, you need to select the OneDrive. So you need to come and pick the option. And if it is the OneDrive that you want to go with, you have to have it set it. You have to have it set, that is by signing in with your Microsoft account. You can as well do it by just coming and clicking the sign up, or if you already have an account, you can just say sign in. So for my case, I want to add it in this machine, so I'm going to say this machine, or this PC rather, and I'm going to come and say browse. I can also come and save in these recently saved locations, but I just want to show you how you go about this, because this may not appear in your computer. So I just want to say browse in this case. In this case now I'm browsing the location, the specific location in this computer where I want to save this, and I want to go to the desktop or documents, whichever, and down here I now need to come and give it a name. So this one we usually call it the file name. So every file in your computer needs to have a name, so you need to come and give it a name there, and then you just come and say save, and just like that your presentation will be saved. And that name now should appear on the title here, so you should see the name here. So just in case you want to change the name, you'll follow the same procedure. You'll have to come and click file and say save as. So the save as command will always again help you to rename, or if you change your mind, you can be able to rename the presentation. So that's very nice. So just come and give it a different name, and then you say save. So that's it for this video. Join me in my next video as I show you how you can be able to do more tasks in PowerPoint.